Hi students, today we are going to discuss about digital image processing. Today I have planned to discuss about introduction to digital image processing, reference Rafael Gonzalez. First of all, we are going to discuss what is digital image processing. So it is going to deal with developing a digital system which is going to perform operations on a perfect image. So before going to see what is digital image processing, we are supposed to discuss what do we mean by an image. So the very technical definition given to image is, an image is nothing more than a two-dimensional signal. Okay, it is something like a matrix where you have rows and columns. So it is defined mathematically as f of x comma y, where x and y are going to be the coordinates which is going to represent both horizontal and vertical. So x is going to represent the horizontal dimension and y is going to represent the vertical dimension. So here what do we mean by f means, it stands for representing the amplitude of the image, which is going to be called as the intensity of the gray level of the image at that particular point. Okay, so now we have seen what is an image. Okay, that is, it is nothing but a two-dimensional signal and it is going to be represented as f of x comma y, where f stands for amplitude, x stands for horizontal direction and y stands for vertical direction. Then we are going to see the next part of digital image processing, where what is meant by digital image. So what does digital image means? When you are going to represent this x, y as well as this particular amplitude value f, everything is in a discrete quantity. Okay, discrete quantity in the sense it will not be in a continuous session, whereas it will be in zeros and ones. Okay, so when you are going to represent it as finite discrete quantity, then we call that ordinary image as a digital image. Okay, here this is what we mean by digital image processing. So that is, when you are going to take a digital image and when you are going to perform some operations over it, we call it as digital image processing. So here we are going to see digital image processing means you are going to process the image in a digital computer. And here a digital image is going to be composed of a finite number of elements. Whatever be the image you are going to accept, it's going to have a few number of elements which is going to have a specific location and there will be some values related to it. So which technically we can call it as picture elements, or in short we call it as pixels. Next slide. Next slide. So here the next process in digital image processing is, when you are going to take digital image processing, three different level of process are going to be allowed here, and the very lowest level process, and we are going to have some mid-level process, and sometimes we normally perform high-level process. But the low-level process means here both your input will be also be an image and the output produced will also be an image. For example, when you produce a input as an image, when you try to remove the noise from that image, again you will produce the output as again one more image. So that's what we mean by low level process. That is, your input is also image. After processing, whatever you produce is also going to be an image, means it's called as low level process. And here we call them, some examples are removing the noise or just making some sharpening in the images. Then the second category we call them as mid-level process. Here your input is going to be image, whereas your output is not going to be an image, it is going to be just an attribute. Okay, from the image you are going to extract a few attributes. For example, out of a very big image, you are trying to recognize an object, or you try to segment an image and you divide it and you try to take some properties out of it. So to be frank, a UG student or a PG student, most probably they will be learning low level and mid level process. Actually this high level process is too technical and it's mainly based on research only. So here your input is going to be attribute, and finally you are going to understand or you are going to extract some information out of it. So here it's a high level thing, so where you have seen, understanding, and you have autonomous navigation. This all comes under in the research process. Now what are all some of the common formats we can handle in an image? In the sense, mostly you will be having black and white or grayscale image, where you have one sample per point, or you can have red, green and blue. It is called as 3 samples per point, or sometimes we make use of red, green, blue and some alpha. Alpha means something like a watercolor without any opacity. So this is another sample, 4 samples per point, where you will have all the 3 variations. I think you can find the difference from the 3 picturization. It's purely black and white. Here you can segment red, green and blue, and here along with that alpha character is also imposed. Now what do you mean by digital image processing? We have seen that we are going to process the image in discrete quantities in a digital system. So here one of the important concept in digital image processing is you are going to make image digitization. That is, you have a digital image in your hand and you want to convert it to the continuous data. Okay, something like so when I am speaking now, you can listen to the data in analog format. Similar to that, your digital image is going to be converted into continuous sensed data. Okay, that process is called as image digitization, and we normally do it in 2 steps. One is sampling, the another one is called as quantization. So what do you mean by sampling? In the sense, here you are going to, when you take an image, you are going to take the coordinates x and y along with its amplitude, and when you take the amplitude, you are going to convert from the given image. If you are going to convert the coordinate values alone, you call it as sampling, and when you are going to digitize the amplitude values, that is, when you try to coordinate that x and y alone, the process of converting this x and y into digital value is called as sampling. Whereas that amplitude f, when you take that amplitude f and when you are trying to digitize it, we call it as quantization. The same formula f of x comma y, where when you try to change that f into a digital value, you call it as quantization. When you are trying to change coordinate x and y into digital value, we call it as sampling. These two are all very, very important and basic process in digital image processing. And then here, how do we represent a digital image in a system? In the sense, we are going to represent it in the form of a matrix. Okay, if you are going to take f of x comma y, as we have seen already, it is something like a matrix format, where you are going to have the first point, first row, first column, and the last point will be represented as f of n minus 1 comma m minus 1, that is number of rows and number of columns. So here you are going to have assume your f of x comma y is going to be sampled, where you have m rows and n columns, and here in the origin, so the starting point is assumed as 0 comma 0, and all the coordinates will be having a segmentation of rows and columns together. Key stages. So what all we do in digital image processing on the whole, we are going to discuss. So actually, to start with, you take with the problem domain, and then we are supposed to go for the first process as image acquisition. Image acquisition means likewise we are shooting the video, your input image is going to be sent inside the camera. Similar to that, either you can take a photograph in a camera, your mobile camera, an ordinary camera like that, your image is going to be acquisition, and then you are going to enhance the image. So even medical imaging is a very big application of digital image processing. So when you go for scanning, that is one method of image acquisition. Then you are trying to enhance the image. Okay, so when your image is going to be studied, if some noises are going to be removed, you call it as image enhancement. Then you go for image restoration, especially when your image is going to be broken, or sometimes when we take the images from the satellite, it may not be understood at the very beginning time, so we may have to make some restoration or reviving the data from the old photographs. All these comes under restoration. Then you perform morphological processing. For performing morphological processing, you may have to perform some segmentation, that is dividing your diagram into so many small portions and working on it. Especially in your medical imaging, some important parts and some of the tumors, they will be segmented separately for the further study. So you apply segmentation, then you try to recognize the objects then and there, then you try to represent it and you describe it in the theoretical technical format. Then finally, if needed, the processed image, its size may vary. If you want, you may have to perform some image compression. So this is very important task, especially when your storage is going, the occupied storage is going to be large. You are trying to reduce the size of the image, and you make it in small size, and if needed, finally you may have to perform some color image processing. Under color image processing, there are so many concepts like red, green and blue, and along with that you can go for HSP, and you have some saturation points. You apply all those things and you just try to enhance the image. These are all the overall steps involved in digital image processing. So again, the same process is going to be explained again. After receiving the problem domain, here you are going to perform image acquisition. So your scene element is going to be approached and it is received, and your final image, actual image is like this, and when you convert it to a digital image, it looks like a matrix of zeros and ones. This is your output digitized image. And your image is going to be enhanced in the sense this is the original picturization. Maybe you can see it very dark. After performing image enhancement, they have made the intensity levels has been changed. Some histogram processing operations are going to be performed so that you can find that this image is not that much clear, but this is before enhancement and this is after enhancement. You can easily visible what are all the objects allowed there by changing the intensities. Next is image restoration. So here also a part of image enhancement like that. Here also a person is standing near a rock. It's not that much clear, that it's a broken image. That image has been made clear with the help of image restoration. Then we are going to perform some morphological processing where you can see that the images are going to be, this is actually the original image. So based on the values given in the matrix, you try to create an proper output. So when you can see this is the probably input, after performing some morphological processing, you try to study that particular fingerprint very clearly after performing morphological processing. Then this is segmentation, that is here the images, a portion of the image is going to be represented in the form of a histogram, and if you want, you can isolate the images, okay, this part separately, this part separately, or any particular part separate. This is the overall image. Out of that, this one part is going to be segmented separately. If you have to make any process over here in this segmented image, you can make the process, make the changes in the histogram, and so that your output will also be changed. Then purely it is a technical object recognition. In terms of graph, we are going to represent it. Representation and description, you are going to represent it in the terms of vector array. It's going to be presented. And finally image compression, the original size is going to be shortened and it is going to be reduced. For that purpose, we are going to perform compression, and this is called as color image processing. I think you can easily understand the original picture by after applying color image processing, it shows the different segmentation for the identification of objects. And finally, I am going to tell you what are all the applications of digital image processing and what are all the various research topics. So I think you can understand this is one important process in digital image processing, where you can handle the documents which has been pre-written. Okay, you can, this is the something like a signature or a check leaf or anything. You can easily understand the way the signature has been drawn and you can compare it. Okay, so you can specifically find out how the signature or the handwritten document is by scanning it. You can compare whether it is original or it is whether anything, something has gone wrong anywhere. You can easily find out with the digital image processing in document handling. This is again signature verification. You can verify the signature, and this is our biometrics, either fingerprint or you can make use of your face for detecting the input handling, and sometimes your iris can be scanned, which can be given as a password or a signature, your hand gesture, or your maybe your handwritten document. All these things you can just scan it and you can store it inside and you can compare, and with the help of biometrics a lot of applications we can do. and then some object recognition. So these are all the various tools we make use of for recognizing the objects. Maybe for taking your fingerprint, we can make use of these tools. And sometimes target recognition, especially in defense, army, air force and navy, they make use of, see this object is not clear, but here you are trying to recognize where are all your objects of your enemies are, so that you can target, you can use digital image processing for targeting your enemies, and it is mainly used in the defense department. The next application we are going to see is aerial photography. From the top view, how your computer vision and registration is. It is just any one document. For example, this is a your motherboard. Yes. So from the top view, you can try to recognize where the objects were, and so that you can understand from it. And this is your land and underwater space. Next application. Yes, you can monitor the traffic, whether the traffic pathway and whether the speedometer, whether the people are following the speedy control and all, that you can find out from traffic monitoring. This is next application. Then you can, as in biometrics, here also you can recognize the facial expression from it. You must have seen in the crime area, we try to recognize from the received articles with the available criminals. We can just compare and find out whether they are the same. For that expression recognition, you can make use of digital image processing. And this is hand gesture recognition. So it is something like a smart human computer user interface, and here by making use of sign language, the way we move our hands, the way we talk, so everything you can recognize, so that we can understand whether they both are the same persons and all. And activities can be recognized. So how the two persons, person 0 and person 1, how do they react? So how do they move? Okay, from that we can understand their so what do they do. Even though if it is a long shot also, we can find out what transactions are going on, so that it will be helpful for us to handle the human activity recognition. And this is morphing. So human being's face slightly, it is going to be converted, and it is going to be finally morphed into a face of a gorilla, I think so. So by morphing, you can change one face to the another face. That is also one of the application of morphing. And finally, so these applications are also the research areas where the future researchers can concentrate in digital image processing. And finally, these are all some of the companies which are handling in this particular digital image processing fields: Sarnaff, Critical, National Instruments, GE Laboratories, so etc. ETM, Intera, Yahoo, Videographics, Microsoft, DRDO, ISRO. These are all the various companies who are doing the research in digital image processing. Students who are interested in the research areas, they can go through the internet and they can study what all the research projects are going on in this particular area, and if needed, they can use it. Thank you for watching.